Now, the first topic we will see about the projects in IT company. We will be starting the sessions from this topic 1. Now, let's see here, we have a main pillars in IT software. First one is, the first pillar is customer. Customer is the main part in the software industry. From the customer, we will be receiving the requirements. That means they will be giving the feedbacks. Now, if they want a new products, if they are looking for a new products or upgraded products, what they will do, they will give a feedback. They will give a feedback to the clients. For example, let's take a vehicle, okay, 4-wheeler vehicle. So almost all the customers are users the vehicle, either 4-wheeler or a 2-wheeler. Assume that 90% they are using the 4-wheeler. Now 4-wheeler company, they are using it. So sometimes what company does is they will ask the feedback, how the vehicle is working. Do you have any expectations from the next release, or do you want to see anything? So based on the few customer, like a VIP customers will be there. Based on that, they will take a input, like we want this automation, we want this automatic brake, or it has to be there, auto close doors, auto open doors. It has to identify the person standing beside the door. So those all automation, they will be giving some kind of a input to the clients. Now that's how clients will be getting the projects. Like they will take it as a in generic way of gathering the information from customer. Once they gather the information from customer, they will document it. What are the things are expected from customers, and out of this, whatever the feedbacks are there, which feedback, again, they will prioritize the feedback. Which one is which requirement is the most of the customers are looking for it. So they will prioritize. Based on the prioritization, they will ask the IT company to build that kind of a automation. Right? If customer is not there, there won't be client. If there is no client and customer, there won't be a IT. So everyone is important here. So IT will take the requirement, the client, and they will be having a deal.
ग्लास में पानी का तो
So they will be having a deal. So once the deal is completed, they will have an agreement. Like in 6 months, IT company says that, okay, in 6 months, I'll deliver these things to you. So the deal happens, and after 6 months, they will deliver to the client. Now, client is going to cross-verify whether it is working as per the expected, or if there is any feedback that has to be given to IT company, they will give the feedback, they will make the changes, again revert back to the client. Now, once the client is satisfied, then they will deliver to the customer. Now, customer will start using it. So these are the pillars, like all 3 pillars are important in software. So that's the reason when we are developing any project, or when we are testing any requirement, we have to think by stepping into the customer place. If customer is using this application, how they will be using it. So we have to test it, we have to code in by considering how the customer will be using it. Now let's see here each one of them. Like IT company. So we have so many IT companies, like a Dell company, Deloitte company, so many IT companies are there. But what they will do? So what they will do? Usually what IT companies does it? IT company does?
They develop the application.
Mhm. What else they will do? Develop the application.
They analyze the requirement and
To fulfill the client requirement, then do.
So they will be developing it, maintaining it, support. Because after development, they have to support the project. And they have to maintain the existing, whatever the application is there, they have to make sure that that application is working fine. Because after developing it, we might see after 6 months, we might see some issues. So we need to maintain that application. And also we need to provide a support. So IT companies develop the application, they will maintain the application, they will support the application. Now, who is IT company? Basically, like who will work in IT company? Like which all are teams? Like who will work in IT companies?
Admin, developer, tester, business analyst, QA, consultant, architect.
Right. So who will be working in IT company? We need a business analyst to gather the requirement. We need an architect to build the data model, to build the design. We need an architect, managers who will be managing the team and as well as the other activities. And we need a developers. Developers will be working in IT company in order to build the application. Admin team to build the configuration part of it. We need an admin team and as well as the QA for testing. So we have a different teams are there. This is the main teams who will be working in IT company. Now, why do we have a IT companies?
Who reach out the client requirements.
Okay. Others, Amol.
They even sell the software to the users.
Okay.
it increases the efficiency and the productivity of the products, and it reduces the cost also,
Right.
and it saves time also, ma'am.
Right. So Ravikant says software development and services. Okay. So basically, whatever the requirements we are receiving it to fulfill the client requirements. If we fulfill the client requirements, ultimately the revenue gets increased for the client. If the revenue gets increased for the client, ultimately IT company will increase the salaries for the developers. So everything is linked. If you work perfectly, if you deliver the application perfectly, if clients are happy, then client will be delivering to the customer. If customers are happy, there are more products where they will buy it, then client will get a profit. If the client gets a profit, IT company also gets a profit. If IT companies gets the profit, ultimately the employees in that company, like a developer, admin, BA, they will be getting the bonus or an increment, salary gets increased. So everything is linked to each other. It's ultimately what kind of a work you are delivering in a daily basis. It's consider how much salary, like it almost consider as a you are equal to salary. So if you perform well, you will get a more salary. Now, example for IT companies, like we have a Salesforce company, Salesforce IT company, it's there in Hyderabad, different locations we have. Wipro company, Dell company, Google company, Deloitte company. So we have so many IT companies are there. Now, next one is a client. Now, what is the client here? What does client do? Like, what is their work?
They'll do the business with the customers.
Okay.
Provide requirement for the customer.
Okay. Ravikant says customer business entity. Okay. Others. Vijay, what does client do? Client does, they work with the customers to get to run their business. So client is having a business. If they want their business to run, then they definitely have a communication with the customers. 24/7, they need to have a interaction with the customer. If they have an interaction with the customer, they will get a new requirement and they will try to build their business with the new requirement. Now, who will be working in the client? Working in the client. So client side, any business owner, right? So business owners are the people who are working, selling the products. Like example, Emirates, Maruti car, Samsung. So these are the owners. They will run the business. The client is nothing but dealing with the business. So any business owner is a client. Like even DMart, whoever is the business owner is there, DMart business owner. So they are also business owner. They are also called as a client. We are customer for the DMart. Right? So why we have a client? Client is to fulfill the customer requirement. No, this is to fulfill the customer requirement. But why clients need a IT company? They are busy with their business owner, they are busy with their customer requirement to fulfill the customer requirement. But why clients need a IT company?
For developing the applications.
Right? So client can implement a certain level. They can fulfill the customer requirement certain level. But if they want to go further, like a automation, where there is a complicated business scenario or complicated application is there, then they have to talk to the IT company to build the Salesforce application, to automate the business process, to maintain the relationship with the customer in a different way. Right now, they have a relationship with the customers, but how can I make it more profitable? Like a right now, we are having a manual communication with the customers. Now, every now and then we have to send an email regarding the offers. Now, December time, Christmas time, we are placing some offer, how the customer will know our offers. So we have to send an email. So these all are, we are communicating, ultimately, indirectly, we are communicating to the customers. So these are the different ways we want to automate in order to build a relationship, in order to increase the relationship with the customer. They will be focusing on how can we do it with the automation or with the help of IT company. They will be thinking in that direction. Right now, finally, we have a customers. Customers means we all are customers. Right? So what is customer here? What do we do?
we use them into the customers use the products and the services, man, provided by the client.
They'll buy the products from the client.
Buy the product from the client. Okay, Ravikant says end users. Sandeep, what customer? What is customer here?
The user for the product.
Okay, so customers with me is if I buy a product from the company, if I buy a product from the client, then I'm the customer for that company. For example, I'm buying a vehicle, right? I'll go to the showroom and I'll buy a Volkswagen vehicle. If I buy a Volkswagen vehicle, ultimately they will take my information and they will store my information in their record. That means from that moment, I am the customer for the Volkswagen. Now, after buying the product, if there is any problem in vehicle, again I will go for a service. So that means customers could be they purchasing the product, could be a service. Customer purchase the product or they want the services from the business. Like we will expect at least 2 services free or whenever I have problem, I have to come to the same place. So it could be a customer purchasing a product or service from the business. Now, who is the customer here? Customer will be any person or could be an organization. When I say organization, Zomato is there, right? Zomato, multiple people are working in Zomato. They are delivering the food to the multiple places. Assume that they have some lakhs of employees. Now, delivery employees are some thousands of employees are there. Now, they need a vehicle. So, what Zomato will do? Zomato will order the two-wheeler vehicle with the customization on the like they have a specific customization on the vehicle, so they will order. So Zomato is also a customer for the two-wheeler vehicle. Zomato is also a customer for the there is another client who is building the boxes or some kind of a pamphlet. So they will be also customer for those. So could be any person, individual person could be a customer, could be an organization is a customer, or it could be a service, like we will be providing some services. Now, why we have a customers? Without customers, no business. Assume that there is a no customer for Zomato. If there is no customer for Zomato, first thing what will happen, it will impact the company. It will impact the employees in the company. Now, if they remove all the delivery persons from the company, now their profit, whatever the profit is there, the profit get reduced. If the profit is get reduced, Zomato, whatever the application they are using for getting the orders online, they will pay less for that application. So ultimately, IT company will be getting the less profit from the Zomato. If they get a less profit from the Zomato, then IT company will, whoever is working for that application in the IT company, the developers, they will remove those developers. Now at the end, where it is getting affected, to the developers. Right, if there is a no customer, if there is a no customer, then Zomato, the company, employees in the company will be affected. That means employees in the client will be affected. If the employees are affected, that is the first thing will be in the client side. And after that, whatever the application they are using it, they will say that this application right now do not build anything, whatever we have it, that is enough. That means they will give that information to the IT company. Do not build anything on top of this application. And we do not need any kind of a support. We do not need any kind of a maintenance. Now IT company will take it. IT company will inform the developer. Right now this project is stopped. If the project is stopped, then first they will inform the project is stopped. After that, they will slowly take out the developers from the IT company. So customers are very important for any product. So this is ultimately linked to the developer, admin, the employees, everyone. Right? So that's the reason customers are very important in every business. Now, why customers need a client? Because client is source to provide the product, service to customers. Example, flight travel. So whoever is traveling by the flight, they are the customers for the Emirates. For example, Emirates is the client. So previously we have discussed the clients are Emirates, Maruti, Samsung. For Emirates, we have a flight traveler. Whoever is traveling for the Emirates is a client. So they are the customers for the Emirates. Similarly, car owners. Whoever is a car owners are there. They are the customers for the Maruti client. TV viewers, whoever is watching the TV, they are the customers for the Samsung. That is one line. We have a different lines. Assume that viewers are Samsung viewers. So whoever has bought the Samsung TV, the TV viewers are Samsung customers. So this is everywhere it is linked to each other. I'll give you these trial headings.